Hey everyone, Scott the Scottman. We're here to do a driving video today. We are heading north on Middlebelt Road here in the western part of Metro Detroit. We're going to be driving north on Middlebelt in its entirety from where it begins at Huron River Drive here in Huron Township at the southern end of Wayne County. And we'll be heading all the way up to where Middlebelt ends up in Sylvan Lake, Michigan, which is near Pontiac. So yeah, it's a beautiful day out, like not a single cloud in the sky, and I'm filming this on a Sunday morning, and my current thermometer is reading 46 degrees Fahrenheit, or in Celsius, it's close to 8 degrees. So not bad out at all, especially for starting to get into late November. And yeah, that intersection there is Van Horn Road. It's one of the east and west highways, which goes through like the downriver communities. Like starts out here in Huron Township and then continues east out toward Brownstown Township, and then eventually getting out toward the city of Trenton and Gibraltar in that area. But yeah, we've been getting spoiled rotten for the most part with the weather this past several days here in southeast Michigan. Other than maybe 1 or 2 days where we've had a chance of rain, we've had the sun come out just about every day. Well, heck, I think this past Friday it rained quite a bit in the morning, but the sun came out in the afternoon. So I'm very thankful, because Thursday is when we can start to see, November is when we can start to see a lot more in the way of gloomy weather, a lot of cloudy weather, but not this time, so I'm very thankful for that. And over here, West Road is just a little country road, like just unpaved, it's not a whole lot going on here, but it's like once you go east of Inkster Road, get over to our Telegraph, and then head further east, then it becomes a really busy highway, heading over into the Riverview and Woodhaven area before it ends up in downtown Trenton. So Middlebelt Road is a major north and south road going through the western part of Metro Detroit. Doesn't look like it right now, just because down here in Huron Township, this is primarily residential. But after a while, we're going to be getting more into like the heart of the Metro Detroit suburbs. So it'd be pretty cool to go all the way north in this road, because fun fact, off camera, I've driven this entire road before, but going the opposite direction. So this time we'll be going north. Got a four-way stop here for King Road, but won't have to stop for very long though. Gotta wait for this car to make a left though. We'll keep it going because I'm not stopping for long. So even though I'm filming this video getting the late November, this is not really going up until like the first week of January, just because for all the driving videos I've filmed up till to this point, the only other video I've left going up in 2023 is going to be my annual year in review video, which is a driving video, but it's more so I don't want to say unplanned, but more in the way of, it's not a structured driving video where it's mainly me just driving around talking about or reflecting back on the past year. And a little fun fact, I've not filmed that video yet. So it feels weird filming a video that's going to go up after a video I have yet to record, but I believe I did the same thing last year too. Alright, and here is Sibley Road, which is a busier highway, which takes Sibley Road to the west. I'll take out to I-275. nice. So yeah, let's continue. But it is nice, though. I've been able to film a lot more driving videos lately, and of course my last weekend trip to Fort Wayne, Indiana was very, very helpful. Because up until just a couple weeks or so ago, I was struggling to keep up with the driving videos a little bit. There was even one weekend where I was running out of videos almost, so I had to scramble to film something. Let's just say the big trip I did to Istanbul and the Republic of Georgia did not really help a whole lot with the driving videos, because I did not drive at all over there, so I had to play catch up a little bit. It's like, yeah, the road quality is not the greatest here, but it's not too bad though. I've driven on worse, even like when I did the video on Haggerty Road a couple weeks or so ago, where the road quality was pretty terrible. And after crossing over Pennsylvania Road, we are now in the city of Romulus. And we have a very slow-moving truck, but that's because he's turning right here. I can't even tell what this is over here. Okay, looks like a flea market. Outdoor flea market. Very interesting. At least the weather is not too bad out today for that, because when it comes to weather here in Michigan in November, it can be unpredictable. Because we can have some nice sunny days like this where it's not too bad out temperature-wise, but we can also see our first measurable snow. Because, yeah, a week before Thanksgiving, we have seen snowstorms before. Thankfully, though, we don't have any in the forecast coming up. So I know they're calling for a mild and drier winter this time, so snowstorms might be harder to see, but you never know. And here's Eureka Road, which this is a much busier highway. So if you make a left turn here at Eureka, that'll take you to the south end of the Detroit Metro Airport. Eureka Road, continuing east, heads out toward Taylor, eventually out toward the Southgate area. And out to the left, that is Detroit Metro Airport. So Middlebelt Road is the eastern edge of Metro Airport. And heck, if we get lucky enough, we might even be able to see an airplane take off. Because when I was coming over to this area a little earlier, I was noticing airplanes coming in for landing from the south and taking off, heading to the northeast. But so far, okay, I see. Well, even though it's going to be very tiny on the video, but you can see one airplane that looks like, oh, it looks like it's rather high though, so I don't know if it took off from here. Maybe it came up from like Willow Run or something. I'm not sure. And then, yeah, this is North Line Road. North Line Road also hits you east over toward Taylor and Southgate. And then if I look off straight to my left, which you're not going to be able to see it on camera, I can see the big control tower for Metro Airport, which is situated between the McNamara Terminal and the Evans Terminal. So yeah, not seeing too many airplanes taking off right now though, but it is a Sunday morning, so, but it's like, with it being close to Thanksgiving, like 4 days away from Thanksgiving, it's like you think people would start to be flying to go see family around this time. But then again, there's three business days before Thanksgiving, so some people may not leave till like Wednesday or something. light for Goddard, which thankfully the light just turned green, so we should be able to keep going. But yeah, so far from Middlebelt Road, you can't really get to anything for the airport. Oh yeah, but yeah, look over to the left. You're not going to see it on camera, but yeah, I can see the parking for the Big Blue Deck over by the Evans terminal. And then yeah, I see a plane taking off to my left. I don't know if it'll come over to the in front of me in time to where we'll be able to see it on camera, but it's hard to say. And yeah, this Shell station, this is one of the gas stations which you can use if you need to fill up your rental car before returning to the airport. There's more over on Merriman Road, over by I-94. And it's pretty cool. You got some fast food restaurants over here too, even a hotel. And there's also some parking areas too for the airport. Okay, you might be able to see a tiny speck off to in the upper left side of the screen. If you can see that, that's an airplane that just took off not too long ago, like a couple minutes ago. This interchange here, this is I-94. And unfortunately, back in, I think it was 1987, there was an airplane that ended up crashing at that interchange and killing everybody except for one person. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention too, back at that back by that BP gas station, that's the intersection for Wick Road. If you would have made a left turn there, that's where you can go to return your rental car. So then after passing up Wick Road, yeah, then we leave the area by the airport. And we gotta stop at this light here at E-Course Road. So E-Course Road is another busy highway. E-Course Road going east eventually ends up in the city of E-Course. Going west, that eventually takes you out toward Willow Run Airport. So yeah, ever since we got into Romulus, yeah, now we're starting to get into the true Metro Detroit metropolitan area. And yeah, now we're starting to get unlucky with the traffic lights. So I think this is going to become the norm for probably the rest of this video because we'll be pretty much be in Metro Detroit the rest of the video. And we're going to be seeing a lot more in the way of traffic lights. And I got to be careful with what I say in this GoPro because when I say certain words, it's going to affect the video. I almost was going to say the word again, but then it would. I don't even know if synonyms for a certain word would get rid of the filming. Trying to be careful with my words. Yep, and then crossing over Van Born Road, we are now entering the city of Westland. So notice that we have Van Born Road and Van Horn Road. Van Born Road is further north, where Van Horn Road is further south. More into like the downriver communities. Minneapolis Avenue here, we are now in the city of Inkster. So we weren't in Westland for very long. So this is the city of Inkster, which, little fun fact, I filmed a driving tour of Inkster as well as nearby in Wayne, Michigan earlier this year. Although when I did that video, it was cloudy and I think even like a rain chance, where today it's blue skies, so a lot better in terms of the weather. Although we'll have to stop at this small light, although I think it's turning, yep. Okay, good timing. What's really cool about the city of Inkster is that it's one of these suburbs which has a black or African American majority. Because a little historical fact, back during the early 20th century, due to like racism, yeah, it's like blacks and African Americans weren't really allowed to live in Dearborn when they were working at the Ford plants. So they had to live in Inkster instead. I'd have to double check my facts on that one, just make sure I got everything correct. But thankfully, yeah, it's like thankfully they got rid of all that racism stuff to where now blacks and African Americans can live anywhere. And yep, here is Michigan Avenue, or US Highway 12. Yeah, Michigan Avenue is a very large highway, which, yeah, Michigan Avenue going east, it'll end up right into downtown Detroit at Campus Martius Park. That's where US Highway 12 officially begins, too, as it heads west to the western United States. But in the short term, Michigan Avenue continues its way over toward Ypsilanti and then south of Ann Arbor. Gotta be careful of that wooden plank there, because you never know, you don't want to drive over stuff like that, because you never know if wooden planks like that will have a nail sticking out from the top of it. Because the last thing we want to have happen, is to get a flat tire while I'm doing this video. Yeah, it's like a lot of the businesses are, that chicken place does have an open sign, but nobody's there. But it is a Sunday morning, so again, Sunday mornings where a lot of them are attending church, or they're sleeping in, or maybe in the case of today, maybe people going to downtown Detroit to tailgate for the Detroit Lions game, because yeah, the Lions are playing the Chicago Bears today at home. It looks like we'll have to stop here at Cherry Hill Road. Alright, so yeah, we'll have to stop the recording. And crossing over Cherry Hill Road, we are now in Garden City. But what has been nice about Middlebelt is that it's been 5 lanes pretty much since North Line Road back down near the airport. Garden City is mostly just a residential, or what they even call like a bedroom community. It's mostly just residences. Although you got businesses and restaurants along Ford Road, though. You have the light just turned green, so it shouldn't be here for too long. Yeah, I've been finding with doing these driving videos here in Metro Detroit, Sundays have been the best days for me, especially Sunday morning, because traffic, there can be a lot of traffic out and about, but it's usually not too bad. Where more and more Saturdays are becoming more troublesome. Unless I'm filming like really early in the morning or something. And here's Ford Road, and I think I better get over here. And we'll be stopping here for quite a while because this light's gonna last for a while. But this is Ford Road, which is another major highway. And yeah, right over here, this is kind of where they have like downtown Garden City, because yeah, there are a lot of businesses and restaurants along Ford Road, even right here too. There's even a Planet Fitness and a dollar store off to the right. But yeah, Ford Road is a very busy highway, which yeah, heading east, I'll take it over into Dearborn Heights, going west out toward Canton, and then eventually ends up over at M14 to the east of Ann Arbor. And I'll be getting back over. Oh, Garden City High School. It just made this traffic light here. Although I think we'll be stopping here at Warren Road. Yep, definitely. And then as we cross over Warren Road, we are now... Oh, watch out for this plastic bag. People need to stop littering like that. We're now back in Westland again. So it's like, what's interesting about the city of Westland is it's shaped like it's shaped almost like the letter C. Whereas trying to eat Garden City and Inkster. And right here, we're crossing over Hines Drive, which Hines Drive is a beautiful area. There's a beautiful scenic road. You got a bunch of different parkland. It's really nice. And we're close to the time of the year where they close a part of it down for a huge display of Christmas decorations or Christmas lights, where it's like you drive through it completely, and it's really cool. And yeah, this is Ann Arbor Trail here, which is mostly residential, but it runs generally parallel with Hines Drive. And yeah, one thing I forgot to mention about Warren Road back there is that Warren Road East, that'll take you all the way into Detroit, but also like to like the Midtown area, like over by where Wayne State University is. All right, and crossing over Joy Road, we are now entering Livonia. Middlebelts can be pretty busy in Livonia, just because about another mile and a half from now we'll be coming up to a big shopping area. And yeah, there is, even for Sunday morning, there's a lot of traffic over here, just because yeah, we'll be getting to the big shopping area. And there's even another one over by Plymouth Road. Yeah, one thing I've noticed, there are a lot of Chicago roads in the Metro Detroit area. Because we have Chicago Road here, Chicago Street, and there's another one over in Macomb County, over in Warren. ahead stop at this traffic light because we have a lot of traffic lights between here and I-96. In fact, I'm probably going to go ahead and get over because we'll probably have a lot of people making right turns in the near future. And yeah, here's one of the shopping areas over here. We got Target off to the left. Some different restaurants. Oh, there's also a Walmart. Yep, and here's Plymouth Road, and yeah, we're gonna have to stop once again. Even see Noodles and Company, Crumbled Cookies. Although thankfully we won't be stopped for very long at all. I'll just keep this going because light just turned green. So yeah, that was one good thing about stopping at that previous traffic light. Yeah, Plymouth Road, there are a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants down that along it. Oh, there's even a Chick-fil-A over here now too. Which, yeah, it's pretty quiet because they're always closed on Sundays. Also got McDonald's. Yeah, very slow traffic over here. So I guess I am going to have to go over. Or I should say slow car. And it's like the general area to the north of Plymouth Road, you got a lot of industry in the area too. And then yeah, here now we're getting the area where this is an even larger shopping area. You got like Menards, you got a Starbucks. I see a Meijer off to the right. I should probably get back over. They have Del Taco, Mott Pizza, Applebee's, Jersey Mike's. Now to the right, you got PetSmart, Michael's, Marshall's, Ulta, Five Below, Bob's Furniture. Yeah, I already mentioned Meijer, Home Depot. So yeah, a lot going on in this area. And there's also a Costco. So this is probably the busiest part of the busiest stretch of Middlebelt we'll see in this video. Because even on a Sunday morning, this is very congested. Oh, also a Dick's Sporting Goods, Joanne, Party City, and here's Schoolcraft Road, but also I-96. Okay, the light just turned green, and so yep, this is I-96. I-96 East will take you over toward downtown Detroit. I-96 West takes you over, eventually heads out toward Lansing and Grand Rapids and Muskegon. And on this side of the freeway, you got Bob Evans, Chipotle, also an Aldi grocery store. There's also an Olive Garden off to the right too. So now here's where Middlebelt won't be as congested, just because we're out of that huge shopping area. And even though today's Sunday, it's only going to get busier if I would have done this later in the day. Say just because of all the activity that goes on in Livonia, I feel like, yeah, Livonia have been going through the longest. Plus, Livonia is a lot larger than Westland and Garden City and Inkster. And another traffic light. So let's stop here at 5 Mile. We'll be staying at this one for a while because it just turned red. restaurants over here, McDonald's and Burger King. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more lucky with the traffic lights. Oh, there's a 7-Eleven off to the right. Yeah, that light up ahead just turned red, so hopefully by the time I get up to the light, it'll turn green. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, they resurfaced this not too long ago. Yep, just turned green, so very good timing here. Yeah, the majority of Livonia, I would say, is residential neighborhoods, but on some of the roads like this one, you'll see different areas where there's a lot of shopping. It's your typical suburb, and it's one of the largest suburbs in Metro Detroit. It's up there with like Warren and Sterling Heights. Perfect. Light just turned green. Except we're here at 6 Mile now. They're building a new Dairy Queen off to the right there. Probably won't open till close to the spring though, just because like the thing is like you don't really think of ice cream a whole lot during the winter time. Well, here in Michigan it's because it's always cold. Since we got past 96, yeah, I just said this, but yeah, traffic's a lot better. Actually feels like we can move a little bit more. Okay, I should probably get out of this truck's blind spot. Got an Arby's over here. Also Duncan, Boston Market. Oh, good. We're not even having to stop at 7 Mile. And yeah, off to the left, that used to be an indoor shopping mall where that Sears is, but the mall has been closed for a long time. Although there is an open Kohl's that's detached from the former mall. So I think they used to be called the Livonia Mall, if I'm not mistaken. It's getting a little bit more congested over here, but not like what we saw further south in Livonia. That's a pretty nice pedestrian bridge. It's a nice way to get across a busy highway like this, especially since it's 5 lanes. All right, we're now coming up to 8 Mile. Although unfortunately we're going to be stopping at this light. And yeah, 8 Mile over here is not as busy of a highway as it is if you go a little bit further east, like a half mile from now, because that's where it becomes like a big boulevard. As eventually is the northern boundary of Detroit, but not over here. Yep, and as we cross over 8 Mile, we are now entering, or leaving Wayne County and entering Oakland County, and we are now in the city of Farmington Hills. So Farmington Hills is not as large as Livonia, but it's another big suburb of Metro Detroit. M5 or Grand River. So Grand River will also take you east or southeast into downtown Detroit. God, look at that traffic light. So Grand River goes into downtown Detroit. Grand River heading northwest eventually heads out toward Lansing. And then M5 eventually breaks away from Grand River and becomes a freeway going over to like the Novi and Commerce Township area. And here is 9 Mile Road. I think that light back there was just Shiawassee Street. But yeah, this is 9 Mile here. Okay, and crossing over 9 Mile. And you got a mobile home park off to the right there. And yeah, it's like, as you can tell, we're back down the 2 or 3 lane highways, and we got slow traffic, but it looks like a possible student driver up ahead. Well, it's not one of those driving school cars. It's probably a car that has like a teenager learning how to drive. Probably got a learner's permit, although they're picking speed now. Yeah, it's like I still remember the days back when I was a teenager and I had my learner's permit, and I had to, of course, I had to drive with my mom or dad sitting next to me. And they did everything they could to help me get a lot of practice in, which is really nice of them. And yeah, we're having to stop at 10 Mile as well too. It's like right now we're having to stop at every mile road since we crossed over into Oakland County, that is. Yep, that's 10 Mile over there, and now we'll continue heading north, and looks like this is back to being a 4 or 5 lane highway again. Well, technically 4. Although it looks like not for long, though. Yeah, Farmington Hills is quite a nice area. It's like a lot of nice residential neighborhoods in the city. I've got a church, and on the right looks like a private school of some sort. Or no, it's East Middle School, so it looks like it was if I can talk, a public school. And here is 11 Mile, and once again, another traffic light. And we also got a Kroger off to the right, too. Oh, good. So, yeah, we have broken the curse. Not having to stop at this light now. Yeah, for the mile roads in this area, 11 Mile Road is not as busy of a road as the other ones, like 12 Mile, which is the next one up ahead, or 10 Mile, or yeah, 10 Mile, 9 Mile, or especially 8 Mile. And got a nice park off to the right there, although it looks like it's closed for the year, or at least closed today, because it's all gated up. And right here, we are going over I-696. And yeah, you can't see it from the camera, but they're still doing a lot of road work on it right now, and it's going to continue into next year. But they are going to pause it during the winter months. But we're probably going to keep working till like sometime in mid-December. It looks like we will have to stop at 12 Mile though, but that's all right. At least we made it through 11 Mile. I've got Planet Fitness and a Hungry Howie's off to the right. Also CVS Pharmacy, and it just went over a big bump. No problem though. Which, yeah, a little fun fact, just 2 weeks ago, real time, I was just at this intersection because I was filming my 12 Mile video. Oh, yep. Nice new pavement over here. Dude, this is really nice. Although I find it weird that right over here to the left, there's a small stretch of concrete which is not resurfaced. Kind of weird how they did that, but oh well. It's like, yeah, now as we get to this part of Farmington Hills and we continue our way north, now we're starting to get an area where we're starting to see a little bit more in the way of hills. So it gets to be a little bit more, well, I don't want to say scenic, but different style of terrain, I would say. Here is 13 Mile, and we have a green light here, so I don't have to stop here. And up ahead we have M10, or this is Northwestern Highway, which Northwestern Highway to the southeast, once you get down to 696, it turns into the Lodge Freeway. And then, yeah, Northwestern Highway continues to like another mile and a half to the north, or maybe like another mile to the northwest, and it ends up over at a huge shopping area over along Orchard Lake Road. Thankfully, we won't be heading over there today. All right, so cross over Northwestern Highway, and oh yeah, there's even there was a Buddy's Pizza off to the left, but more off Northwestern Highway. So starting around here, I'd say pretty much for the rest of the video, we're going to be mostly in residential areas again. Because we're not going to see as much in the way of like businesses, although there's something up here at 14 Mile though. Oh, we got, yeah, church off to the right, and yeah, it looks like the Sunday service must have just ended or something, but I'm seeing a lot of cars coming out from over there. Yeah, some small business over there. There's also a Walgreens, and I think we can just make the traffic light. Yep, just made it. And after crossing over 14 Mile Road, we are now in West Bloomfield. That's nice. At least we have this little passing lane over here. Yeah, this looks pretty recent because, yeah, the pavement's brand new here. Yep, a lot of nice neighborhoods over in West Bloomfield. So now, hopefully, traffic for the rest of the way is not going to be too bad. And up here at 15 Mile Road or Maple Road, they constructed a roundabout here, I think a couple years ago, maybe longer than that. And the good news is yeah, we don't have to stop here, so got lucky with this one. Yeah, that roundabout there can be pretty busy because Maple Road is another busier mile road. I say that because Maple Road becomes 15 Mile Road over in Macomb County. Yeah, now I can say it's more scenic in here because the hills are a little bit larger in here, so it's a lot more pretty. Although, unfortunately, with the time of the year I'm filming this in, all the leaves, for the most part, are falling out of the trees, so it's not looking as pretty as if I would have done this a month ago. And yeah, this is pretty much going to be 2 lanes, or a 2-lane highway the rest of the way. Oh, got quite a bit of cars up ahead, but I think it's because the light just turned green though. So this is Walnut Lake Road, which is kind of like a 16-mile road over here. Yeah, a lot of traffic up ahead. So yeah, right here, so Middlebelt Road now starts to have a little bit of curves in the road. Because between here and where we started back at Huron River Drive, over near the Wayne-Monroe County border, it was a straight line. So now up here in this part of the area now, it's starting to no longer be a straight line. At some point after I get done with this video, I will need to go get some lunch and then probably not do a whole lot the rest of the day, just because I had a busier day yesterday, just because yesterday in real time I got to head up to Flushing and Clio, Michigan, up near, like, to the northwest and north of Flint. And yeah, this is Lone Pine Road, which Lone Pine Road is a smaller secondary road. Although Lone Pine Road, going all the way to the east, will eventually take over toward where Cranbrook is located, which has the Science Museum over there. There's an art museum over at Cranbrook. That's over further to the east, over toward Bloomfield Hills. But after doing like the driving video on Haggerty Road a while back, and also 12 Mile, it's like I definitely need to do more of these major highways like this one. Like at some point too, I would like to do one on Merriman Road / Orchard Lake Road, which is like a mile to the west of here. And of course more of the mile roads too. I think we're gonna have to stop at this light up ahead though. Yep, so yep, we're approaching Long Lake Road. And yeah, compared to Lone Pine, Long Lake Road is a busier east and west highway, because it eventually heads east toward Bloomfield Hills and then out to Troy and then eventually to Sterling Heights. crossing over Long Lake Road, and we only have like another couple miles left to go in this video. But yeah, Middlebelt, yeah, it's been quite a nice drive on this road. Even though it got a little congested though over by that shopping area back down in Livonia. Which, yeah, to do the drive in its entirety like I'm doing, it takes about a full hour. But that's including stopping at traffic lights. Someone's blowing leaves right now, and I got a small road over here called Pine Lake Road, which that's a nice little, like a very small, more of a residential road. It takes you over by Pine Lake, which is very scenic on that road. And this traffic light up here, which, yeah, we may have to stop at. This is Square Lake Road, which Square Lake Road ends just a little bit to the west of here as a subdivision street. But heading east, now eventually, oh, we lucked out here. Square Lake Road, a couple miles to the east of here, heads over to Telegraph, and then it becomes a pretty busy highway, as it's a good connection to get you over to I-75. Alright, so one more mile to go and we'll be where Middlebelt ends. Technically, the road continues north of this traffic light up ahead. We'll be ending at the traffic light up ahead. That's going to be Orchard Lake Road. Because Orchard Lake Road starts to turn more to the northeast. Crossing over Orchard Lake Road, Middlebelt becomes a subdivision street called Inverness Drive or something like that. And just goes into a subdivision and then it officially ends. But Middlebelt Road officially ends as Middlebelt Road at this traffic light. Alright, so we have driven the entirety of Middlebelt Road going north from Huron River Drive in Huron Township all the way to Orchard Lake Road here in Sylvan Lake. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button and don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures. Thank you for watching, and this is Scott of the Scott Man signing out.